A lot of people have actually said to me that they would like the still spirits range of essences and flavourings explained to them a little bit more detail, so that they can actually understand what it's all about. We basically start with our base alcohol. We need 40% base alcohol, and we're looking at either a cheap bottle of vodka or, where it's legal, where you actually make your own vodka. So if we start off with a base of vodka and we want to make spirit, we've actually got several options. This is the top shelf here, where we do a fantastic range of spirits. Now each of these bottles will make 3 75 cl bottles of spirit, and these bottles are around £3, so you're roughly £1 a bottle for your flavourings. In the range you've got really everything you can think of, from Kentucky bourbon, ouzo, Southern Comfort, vodka, white rum. The range is quite extensive. As you can see, we've got quite a selection. Now all we do with those ones is we take the spirit and we add the flavouring to it. We don't do anything else. No sugar, nothing. Obviously spirit, like a vodka, has got to be dry, so we don't need to add any sugar or anything to it. And it's dead simple. If we then move from there and look at the the still spirits classic flavourings. Now these are the best flavourings on the market. Money can't get anything better than this. They really are fantastic. You're looking around the £2.30-ish for a bottle. Each of these will make 1 litre, so it's £2.30-ish for a litre of the classic flavourings. Again, all we do is we take our 40% vodka and we add the flavouring to it, whisk it, leave it for a couple of days to blend in, and then we've actually got our product that we can then drink. So those are the classic flavourings. We've got the classic flavourings, each one does 1 litre, and then we've got the top shelf spirit flavourings, and each of those bottles does 3 times 75 cl bottles. What we can also do with the spirits is, if we want to put some oakiness to them, we've got several options. We've got things like our oak barrels up at the top here, varying in size from 2, 4, 6, 10 and 20 litre. We can also use a product called oak chips, and these are chips that are from the original barrels that, for example, Tennessee bourbon has been in. The barrels get chopped up and we buy the chips. So these are impregnated with commercial Tennessee bourbon, and we can add that either to our bottle of spirit when we've made it, or we can actually soak the product in a jug with this. So again, it's entirely up to you how you do it and how strong a flavouring you want. Obviously the stronger the flavour, the longer you want to leave it. So we've got different types of oak chips as well that we can add to the spirit. On top of that, we do a range of additives, which are things like cedar oak, premium French oak, peat smoke. So for example, if you want to make a whiskey like a Lafroig, where you're very, very peaty, there's no reason why you can't take one of the flavourings and add some of the peat flavouring to taste. And that, again, it's entirely up to you how much or how little you actually add to create that. If you're wanting to get the oaky flavour, you've got things like the mellow oak, the premium French oak and the cedar oak. So you can create it. They will, a lot of them, benefit from using a glycerin, which is like a smoothing agent. It's just going to round off the product. So there are little extras there that can come into the equation. If we now look at producing, with 3 different ranges that we can do. We can do cream liqueurs, we can do standard liqueurs, and we can do schnapps. Now this is the range of schnapps that we do. So you've got everything from apple through to pear, peach, melon, all sorts of different schnapps that we can do. Now if we're making up a schnapps, all we do is, on the bottle at the back, it will tell us to take a certain amount of alcohol. In this case it will be 650 mils at 40%, and then we add the schnapps base to it. Here is the schnapps base. you can notice that the people at Still Spirits are very clever. They colour coordinate it for us, so it does make life a lot easier. We have the schnapps base, we take the 650 ml of alcohol, add the flavouring, and then we top up to 1.125 litres with water. Now the reason it's 1.125 litres, it's one full bottle and one half-size bottle. So you've got half-size bottle to have a bit of fun with and the full bottle to put to one side. So that's how we do the schnapses. If we want to do any of the liqueurs, in the liqueur range, again, it will tell us what to take on the back of the bottle. So much alcohol at 40%, and because the range of liqueurs is so much greater, we actually have 3 different bases that we can use. We have a base A, a base B, and a base C. And again, clever people, they colour coordinate it so that we can't get it wrong. And we take the amount of alcohol, we take the liquor base, and we take the flavouring, mix it all together, top up to 1.125 litres with water, mix it all again. We've then got a bottle and a half of liqueurs. If we actually look at the creams, which are our final option, in the creams range, these are done slightly different to the others. With the cream base, we take 250 ml of hot water and we dissolve the cream in the hot water. That will make it liquid and make it easy to use. Again, on the back of the bottle, it will tell us how much alcohol to take. In the case of the creams, it's 500 ml. Add the cream base that we've just mixed up, top up to 1.125 litres with water and the flavouring. Once that's done, mix it all together and we've got a bottle and a half of our favourite cream. One of the things about the bases and the creams is that when they are added in the quantities that are recommended to the amount of alcohol which is recommended, then it will produce a match to the commercial equivalent. So for example, if your Cointro's 30%, ours will come out at 30%, whatever the figures are. We match commercial. So if you want to make it slightly stronger, that's your choice. If you want to make it slightly weaker, that's your choice. If you don't want it quite as sweet as the commercial, then don't add as much base. The flexibility is yours. I'm actually going to demonstrate in a minute the making of one of these bases because they're very easy to do. We're going to do cream and we'll do a standard base. So, where we are. Oh, the final things that we've got, which have just come out and just come onto the market, are the vodka shots. And again, the vodka shot added to 40% alcohol. This one will do a lemon vodka. Quite a delicate taste. It's not in your face, but it's rather nice. And there's a certain company, I think, called Absolute, who make various vodka shots. So again, comparing with the commercial, you'll find they are excellent. These ones costing around £2 a sachet. So it's about, well, it's £2 a litre. We've also got a range of cocktails that we've just brought out. And the cocktails, again, all we do with these is we take a certain amount of vodka and we add water up to the 1 litre mark. So each of these will make a litre. We can then garnish them with ice or lemon or whatever. Very simple recipes given on the back as to how we would like them served to achieve the best. These ones retailing around £3, so you've got a litre of your favourite cocktail for a fraction of what it would cost you commercially. And they are really good as well. They taste great. So, that's the range of Still Spirit stuff. I think what we'll do now is we'll actually go and make some up.